Premiership. The home side, the Mount Golden Arrows, in their green shirts and yellow shorts, playing from left to right as you watch things as they come up against a side whose number they've had in recent times. Back-to-back, home and away victories last season. And Chiefs, with a new sense of belief, these are the kind of games they're going to have to show that they can win, like Mhlati. These games that like banana peel games that they tend to focus on the big games. They think, the big one this week is Mamelodi Sundowns, who they played in midweek. However, when you are facing a team that you haven't beaten for probably as long as the last time Chiefs have beat Mamelodi Sundowns in the league.
You're absolutely right, TT. Golden Arrows is the ruling team for Kaizer Chiefs. But, looking at Kaizer Chiefs, the combination between Miguel and Kunika at the back, it has given them solidity at the defense structure.
And that's a big thing, a big deal as we have a look at this ball played in Kunika. Gets in there at the referee has spotted something and is given a free kick to Kaizer Chiefs. Yes, you speak of that solidity at the back. That is a feature of what we've seen from Kaizer Chiefs. For the first time in the PSL history, Chiefs have kept a clean sheet in all 4 league games to start at the start of a campaign. Last season, they really struggled for clean sheets, the Kaizer Chiefs. They registered their first clean sheet in the league on December the 29th. That was match day 10. That was the first clean sheet the Chiefs registered last campaign. So you have to factor that you can't win matches if you can't keep clean sheets. Here's Pule Modi playing against his former club. Jovo working it wide there, Tabiso Munyani to Lodi Lilepo as the crowd goes. Always there's a buzz of anticipation when Lilepo gets onto the ball. Hasn't taken him long to become a fan favorite, the Congolese. Already off the mark in terms of goal scoring this season. 1 goal, scored 5 times in the last campaign. In 15 appearances for Amakosi. But goals were hard to come by for Chiefs. That's something else they're going to. It was their worst return in terms of goal scoring last season. 25 league goals, their worst return ever in a league campaign. And their goal difference of -7 was also a new club record a record of the unwanted type. Is another match underway and already 17 minutes into the other late kickoff game as Munyani tries to get a square ball in. It's Kukune United who are sitting second in the table. They are 2-0 up against Durban City, who had made a great start to the campaign. Bradley Grobler is amongst the goals. And Tabang Munare also scoring in that game. That's a free kick, and Tetra could be in trouble here. Will referee Nzanzeka take a lenient view and just give him a talking to because it's a first offense? And I think that's what Tetra is pleading his case. And I think the referee making his point very strongly that, he has booked him. It's not going to get away with just a talking to. Tetra picks up a caution. First caution in the 5th minute of the game.
What happened to say that it's the first tackle of the game?
But that's what he tried to plead. But I don't think the referee is under any obligation to look at his watch before deciding whether a foul is a foul or not. And that was a promising attack. Ndlovu was on a bit of a run there. Sianda Ndlovu. Ball floated in. Peterson confidently gets both punches onto it.
You know, TT, with Muteta getting that red card, it just brings me back to the blueprint of Amakosi. I mean, remember yesterday there was a Tinashe Nongomashu doing duties in that middle of the park. After that, it was William Katsande. And now Muteta has just been placed in the right place to do that dirty job in the middle of the park, cover both the left and the right, where Lilepo would be going, and this side Pulemodi. So they needed such player in that area. That's why they were struggling so much last season. But it's good to see them believing in Muteta to hold that. Once again, there's a danger man, Pulemodi on this left hand side. If he lets him have the ball first time, he can even turn him, and a bit pacey. That's why Philip is tight on him.
14 minutes is calculation of another.
This is Marco square ball in. Not the best first touch from Dupree there with his back to goal. Mtetwa. Channel back. As a shot comes in from range from Tabiso Munyane. Trying to make his score his first in the colours of Chiefs and going for the spectaculars. Well, an impressive start, must be said, to life. Kaizer Chiefs had been made that crossed the floor from the big Soweto rivals Orlando Pirates, something that in years gone by was unheard of. But certainly in the PSL era, it's something that we've seen a lot more of. Back in the days of the NPSL, the NSL days, it was unheard of for a player to make a direct move from Pirates to Chiefs and the other way around. But we've had many, many high-profile moves of that sort, probably the most high profile being that of Jimmy Tau, who captained Orlando Pirates and then also went on to captain Kaizer Chiefs. I remember vividly, I think it was probably his first game for Chiefs against Pirates, winning man of the match in that particular game. I'm sure he's watching, he'll let me know if it was that particular game, he'll correct me. Short one there from Shabalala. Nicely done by Pulemodi. Still Pulemodi. And arrows clear their lines. Mtetwa, that's not his thing, that. Shooting at goal is not his thing. Hasn't scored a goal in the PSL. You know, when they came out for warm-ups, TT, I saw the assistant coach just setting them up to take those shots. Exactly the way he kicked it now. That's the way he kicked it when they were busy with warm-ups. But like I said earlier on, they needed just somebody who's going to do the damage in the middle of the park. It's not his strength to take shots and goals, but it's something that he can improve as a professional player. Oh, good pressure and good pressing there on the keeper from Ashley Dupree. And I'm going to have to watch that. Lamontville Golden Arrows Chiefs willing to apply that high press and put under big pressure there is Keelan Phillips. Maybe it could be a little lucky that he didn't get booked for that challenge on Pulemodi. It's been a very good start to this game. Enterprising stuff. Chiefs are seemingly settling quickest here.
Looking at Kaizer Chiefs, also the signings, as we saw earlier, Paseka Marco on the left-hand side and Minyayo on the right-hand side. So it just tells you, during pre-season, when they went out to make signings for the team, they knew exactly where to concentrate, and that was to solidify the back.
Now, it's Arrow's turn to have the ball. An attempt, didn't really get a hold of that one. Modi, surrounded by a double team there of Arrow's players. Nicely done from Paseka Marco. Paseka Marco and Thabiso Munyane, the two former Orlando Pirates players, starting as the two fullbacks here for Kaizer Chiefs. Now, all of last season, there were only 2 games in which they both started for Orlando Pirates. played against Richards Bay and against Magesi, the two of them. And ironically, the last time they were both in a losing team, as in when they started a game together in a game that they lost, it was against Kaizer Chiefs in 2022-2023. How's that for a little bit of sporting trivia? 10 minutes into it, the Montville Golden Arrows now looking like settling a bit, enjoying their best spell of the game thus far. Let's see what they can do with this one. Oops, comes off, came off the, well, was it Shabalala that put his body on the line there, as again, Dupree was looking to put the keeper under pressure. Arrows are not going to be allowed to play out the back by the looks of things. Dupree could be in here. Dupree! Straight at the keeper. First clear-cut chance that we've had of the game. First shot on target. Ashley Dupree. Either side of the keeper, and he might have been in business.
Yeah, absolutely, but I think he was disturbed by the two defenders just coming down. Once again, Ngova at the back. Hit that ball in the middle of the park. Chiefs getting it quickly to the back of the defense, and look at Dupree just coming in. I think he just rushed it, because what you do, TT, is that you put your body in between the ball and the defender. If he fouls, it's a penalty. If he doesn't, you've got clear shot on goal. He rushed his shot, could have just had a moment of time. I mean, I love what Sean Butler says. He says when you are in that area, you relax as a striker.
Now Dupree looking to turn, close down quickly. Looks as if that man Komara, the Ivorian, has got the job on him. Modi. Pasekamako. He's giving it away as Amako in his out of position. But it could cover then. Glovo eating up the grass there to cover. As Ngoba Mncete plotting, looking to plot the downfall of Kaizer Chiefs. So once again, he was in charge of the second game when they met last season. 2-1 win, that one for the Montville Golden Arrows. Goals from the man I like to call Mr. Arrows, Nduduzo Sbeya and Knox Mutezwa. There's a man who's Miguel needs to step away from the scene here. He's not even sure yet whether he's going to get booked here for the challenge on City. Oof, that was a high boot on Dion.
He's got a case.
He does have a case.
Because one thing you notice that Miguel is coming from the back.
And he does make contact as well.
Absolutely, with the nose of Dion. And Dion is the one that's controlling the ball with his head. But one thing that I love about Dion is that he's just one striker that can hold the ball to himself. You know, he's not a mobile striker like Dupree's on the other side. So he'll be a thorn in the defense of Miguel and Kwinika.
City Dion is already off the mark. As Dion, one goal for him in the colours now of the Montville Golden Arrows for the Ivorian. Shitola scored against the Chiefs in the 1-0 win last season. This was in a corresponding fixture. In fact, sorry, it was in the game away. The corresponding fixture last season ended 2-1 in favour of the Montville Golden Arrows, as they did a double over Chiefs for only the third time in the PSL careers, if you like, or in their PSL history. Now, this is Munyane. Gets away with that, and then he gives it away again. That is sloppy from Munyane. Twice he gave the ball away there. Can Arrows punish them here? Zeta Kwinika. He's getting a run here. Of course, bit of a misfortune as well in defense for Chiefs, where Aiden McCarthy had made a brilliant start to this campaign. Now he's picked up an injury and misses out. As The game can be cruel like that sometimes, just when you're on a bit of a run, when you're cooking and then an injury thwarts your progress. As a shot goes wide of the goals of Brandon Peterson, who's also a man rejuvenated. Brandon Peterson, 4 clean sheets for him.
That shot coming from Gledwin Shitolo. You remember when he joined Jomo Cosmos, he was playing central midfield, but he had Golden Arrows. They used him a lot as a central defender. I can see that today the coach has brought him back to his position where he's effective in going forward and defensive.
Look at the high press again from Kaizer Chiefs here. Ndlovu trying the challenge, but rides the challenge well there. As it comes now to Shabalala. Pulemori. And scored 16 goals in 85 appearances in his time with Lamontville Golden Arrows. This is the kind of run that attracted the attention of Kaizer Chiefs. The fans were delighted when he was signed. He hasn't quite lit up the places yet, Munyane. Again, it's a mishit pass there from Munyane. Duprier. Cross. Named it no one there is a bit wasteful there.
All I can say is the person who's doing the cross is the same player that's needed in the box as a goal scorer, Dupriez. So he should let Lilepo just do his work on the right hand side, and he must stay just in the box. So now, being a mobile striker forces him to open wide. The defenders love that because you're going away from goal.
Keaton Phillips lining up the throw in as Chiefs look to close those angles for him to pick out a teammate. Look at that. Skull jerseys everywhere there. This will go all the way back to keeper Tolani Ngobo. Well read by Kwinika, steps up there, makes the interception. Lilepo. Mtetwa. Mako works it wide to Pulemori. Looking to take on the fullback there. He's going to have his work cut out. Can see that there's a lot of play that's being directed down this left-hand side by Kaizer Chiefs. Marco combining with Modi. The throw in is, in fact, the free kick has gone the way of against Inacio Miguel. Never far that one from the referee's book.
Migueli.
And these are two of the teams that had the worst disciplinary record the last season. Kaizer Chiefs, well, the bad boys, the ultimate bad boys in their last campaign. As they look to try and make headway through the middle here, they win the ball back with Special Ndlovu. Ndlovu has kept his run going. And Gledwin Shitolo gets to that one first. Seasoned campaigner and a veteran of this Arrow side.
That's what he does very well, Gledwin Shitolo. Like, covers the right back end and the left back as a central holding. But one thing Chiefs is doing excellent, they are narrowing the field.
Duprier looking to turn. Settles for the throw in here. Paseka Mako. Long one from Mako. They allow it to bounce to Arrows, which is living dangerously. Chance to shoot there. Oh, deflection and wrong-footed the keeper. The keeper would have been stranded if that ball had gone through. Taviso Manyani again. No, we know he can hit them from distance. Manyani, a player who actually used to play as a striker in his younger days. So he's a real baller. In fact, when he started as a junior international, he was playing up front as in the Olympic squad.
Yeah, as a number 9, but you can tell the way he hits them that he knows the target. He knows how to connect to the ball. A good block from the defense of Golden Arrows. I was saying, Chiefs is narrowing the field for Golden Arrows because they don't want them to have that space to play those 1-2s that we know them.
This is the now good running from Mori, but Phillips in attendance there. And he's gone for a throw in on the near side here. Marco again will look to wind up one long one into the box. 20 minutes gone at the Moses Mapira Stadium. The one for Golden Arrows 0, Kaizer Chiefs 0. Nice little 1-2 here. Now a chance for Mori. Was it? Assistant on the far side had his flag up. Some don't realize it yet in the stands, but that one will be chalked off. And Hanamukwena, the assistant on the far side, had his flag up. Nice move here.
Absolutely, he was absolutely right. But the 1-2 play, you look at Jabalal already in an offside position where that ball is coming from the priest. So the second assistant got it 100% right. If Jabalal could have just gone back, bend his run to recover, that ball was going to fall onto him. You can see the last touch from Golden Arrows player. So that's why it was called offside. He was ball watching instead of just coming goal side to Shabalala.
So the joy short-lived there for the Kaizer Chiefs faithful. He's GP not happy with the call.
What did he say? He says since they can't penetrate the defense, now they are coming for them fans. They need FBI. I just love him.
No, the Kaizer Chiefs fans don't need anybody to troll them. They troll themselves. And they troll others. Zeta Kwinika goes long, looking for the run of Dupree.
Oh.
Hasn't quite found his footing here this evening. It's been a bit sloppy.
The problem with that, TT, is that, like I said earlier on, that Muteto is the kind of player we call bulldozer. You just mark the ball and you just hand it over to the attacking midfielders. So sometimes I think he wants to be adventurous in playing those long shots and long passes, and he gets it wrong. That's what lets him down. If he can do what he does, what he was doing at Stellenbosch, he's gonna be class.
So when you say you call him a bulldozer, is that in the nicest possible way?
Absolutely.
Good running here from Kwinika. And it's ready carried.
Panda.
The ball up from Munyani. Long way upfield here. Munyani gets a return. The cutback. Oh my God. That deflection almost took that ball over the net. And Phillips does himself an injury as well as he scrambles it off the line. Great running from Tabiso Munyani there to set up the chance. Well, Mangoba Mnati wants to take this opportunity while Keenan Phillips is down. He wants a word with his players.
You look at that right-hand side, it has been adventurous for Kaizer Chiefs, the combination between Lileko and Munyani, and that deflection from Shidori. Calculated that the ball is passing, let it pass a little bit from goal, and then I clear it. But he thought that was going to go into goal. He went for it. Look at the left knee connecting with the upright. Very painful.
That looks really painful. It was either on the knee or on the shin that hits the upright. On the shin. Yeah, that will hurt a bit. But great commitment from Keenan Phillips. He had to do something. As he wasn't to be sure that ball wouldn't hit the upright and go back into the net. Yeah, that's going to be probably very badly bruised. Oh, can't even put his weight on it.
Let me tell you, I know exactly how he's feeling. I've had one encounter like that. I don't think he'll come back. Yes, maybe now the blood is still hot. He still feels that he can continue. But that connection to the upright with the lower shin or the knee, TT, it's very, very, very painful.
Ngobamngqethi looking a little concerned there, as he might be. He needs Keenan Phillips to keep the likes of Modi and Marco quiet. It looks like he will carry on. He's now jogging. He's back to the halfway line. There he is in the bottom of your picture. So thankfully it wasn't too serious, and just maybe a little, might be a bit bruised as Pule Modi takes his eye off the ball there.
My dear Chesa Titi, you'll see he's going to feel the pain, because now if you go off to halftime, you apply ice on it, it cools down. When you try to bend it or run on it, it's very, very painful. But we're happy to see him back, because you're absolutely right. He's been holding Pule Modi at check. Even with his pace, he can match the attack of Pule Modi.
25 minutes gone. So far, say Chiefs has enjoyed more of the possession, and they've had the best chance of the game. It fell the way of Ashley Dupre when he went through on goal. Fired straight at the keeper. Look at the possession there, confirmation that Chiefs have had more of the ball. But as we know, it's that top stat that matters most. Possession without end product, as one coach famously said, is overrated. Good evening to you there, Clinton Larson, wherever you are.
You know, another coach, head coach of Baroka, he was saying, yes, we have the position, 70%, but position for what? Because we didn't score. That's when he lost his first game during his interview. So it just tells you that, yes, the position must have an end product. Just shows, it will tell that the team is doing the right thing going forward.
Masakamako. Ball coming out his area to sweep up, and it manages to get the pass away, but there's a flag up for offside. City Duan going a little early there. Scored a brilliant goal in midweek there, Dion. Brilliant diving header
against Magezi. One thing that I love about him is just staying on the shoulder of both the defenders, so it's difficult to pick him up because he just switches in between the two defenders, and when he turns and attacks that ball, it becomes difficult to close him down.
Marco playing it with Tetwa. Chiefs will have the throw in there. So one of Namneba Arrow's management. Namneba Mathala. Nicely done here by Lilepo. The crowd enjoyed that. Tetwa. Ndlovu. Chance for Modi. Gets underneath it. Pule Modi. They enjoyed that. He gets a round of applause of approval from the brothers Mutaung, Kaizer Jr. and Steak.
Once again, that right-hand side has been the one that's creating moments as Muthetwa also. Pule Modi leaving the line and cutting inside. That's why as a defender like Phillips did, you cut in with him, because if he's like that, he gets a clear chance on goal.
When you look at that replay, you actually think that Modi should have put that on target. There was no one, there was no pressure on the ball. He was rushed the shot a little bit, but should have done better. Free kick goes against Kaizer Chiefs. Gianni there, who's one of the two changes to the starting lineup. There's Zizi Godwa, former cabinet minister, former member of parliament. Just these days, he's just a Makosi fan,
Enjoying football.
just loving a Makosi. Now, Ndlovu, Ndlovu Lilepo, did that take a deflection? It did indeed. It's a goal kick. It's a corner.
You know, Titi, it's been a while since we've seen a winger like Lilepo where he just takes the ball and put it in the box all the time. You just want to go back down that bar line and put crosses in the box.
Half an hour into the game. Still 0-0. Chiefs asking questions here. It's a dangerous looking ball whipped in there, headed away by Mabaso. Very good work to get away with that one. Chiefs win it back. Through and drove. Basekamako all the way back to Brandon Peterson, who's been watching from a distance. Not really involved in the game. Chiefs have kept things very tight defensively.
That's why I say Chiefs are holding a high press on Golden Arrows because they don't want to give them that space behind their defenders, so they make sure that every second ball they win.
Lilepo, look at that. Look at how many meters he had stolen there. The ref wasn't falling for it there. He had moved the ball about 20 meters up the field there from where the throw-in is supposed to be taken. But Tanan Zanzega has been around for too long, wasn't going to fall for that.
And now we find Lilepo on this left-hand side, switching sides with Modi there. That's what the wingers do, you know. When you can't unlock on your right-hand side, you switch side and you test the right back to say, that
is something that we used to see quite a lot in your days, but not so much in, I won't say the modern days, because it's not like you played in ancient times. But yeah, it's certainly. Now let's see what Marco can do here. He's done well. So they put a cross in here. A chance for Chiefs.
Akho muntu.
Could still fall here for Shabalala. Pickpocketed. And there. Wanted to stick it into that postage stamp corner. Oh, for the goals, Lilepo. Wonderful passage of play for Kaizer Chiefs, but Modi a little bit wasteful there.
Absolutely a little bit wasteful. You look at Paseko Marco with his weaker foot, the right foot, he manages to play that ball. First touch for Modi lets him down. I just think he could have just put laces onto the ball. The defense of Arrows carrying the ball but not pressing on it. Shabalala, just take a shot, and Lilepo just shows them what to do at the right place. Try to pick up that further spot. If it dipped in time, it was going to give him more problems.
That would have been a beautiful goal. Oh, look at this run from Quinika. Wow, Quinika. Where did this Quinika come from? Dodi Lilepo goes for goal again. This time I think it's well, you want to say that was ambitious. He acknowledges to his teammates and maybe not the best option, but in midweek against Sundowns, he almost says, I mean, he brought a great save out of Ronwen Williams from even further than where he took that shot from. So perhaps you can't frown on him taking a shot from distance. Stress of well, Amos cannot get onto the ball at the moment. There's been all kinds of Chiefs from a possession point of view here. Tetra gets up. Throwing arrows.
Titi, if you don't know, the door won't be open. If you don't play the lotto, you won't win it. That's what Lilepo is showing us. But one thing I'm noticing here is that the coach Mangoba, he said, absorb a lot of pressure in this first half, and then second half, let's twitch it a little bit.
Kaizer Chiefs' last win against Arrows was in the second half of the 2023-24 season, a 1-0 win. Oh, good pressure there, and almost forcing a mistake there to Dupree. They haven't been able to live with this Kaizer Chiefs press, Arrows. But they've got something on here, possibilities here. Can they sneak something here? No, he wants it here, the City Dion, but the touch, that first touch let him down. Although I don't think it was the pass he was looking for.
The pass was too hard, Titi. You know, when you break down like that, you just slip it in.
And it comes from Ndlovu. Away by Tabiso Munyani. Dupree couldn't control. That will be an Arrows throw, quickly taken by the skipper, Jadwin Stolo.
Like I said earlier on, you know, the coach Mangoba told the boys, absorb the pressure. But you look at when the transition break, when they attack Kaizer Chiefs, 2-3 touches, they're already in the third of Kaizer Chiefs, causing problems.
Oh, keeper, wow. High risk stuff there from Nobo. And well, Chiefs have one possession back. And corner. Shabalala's won a corner there for Chiefs, continuing this spell of pressure. They need to make it count though. We've seen Arrows hit them on the counter. And actually, if you look at even the last game that Arrows won, it was a game Chiefs dominated. So I don't read too much into all this possession. Means nothing if a goal doesn't come. Could be something on here. Too many touches in there. Good fall here for Ndlovu. Modi plays it in there. Ndlovu again. Shabalala. Ndlovu. That was a miscue. Way too many touches in there. Somebody hit the target. Pule Modi. Kwinika. Good fall from Lodi. Lilepo. Still Lilepo. Lilepo. And Dupree is smothered again. Wow. That's like some serious last-ditch desperate defending from Arrows. Yeah. Can they hit on the break here? It's a free kick against Miguel. And that will allow Arrows a chance to breathe. Phew, what a frenetic and frantic couple of minutes there. Yeah, clumsy challenge on Stoller there by Miguel. Sabelo Sitole, the player fouled there by Inacio Miguel.
So TT, Miguel was in that mix of missed shots and not taking an early shot and trying to get the perfect pass out to a Chiefs player.
I think that's what we would describe as trying to walk the ball into the net from a Chiefs point of view. Offside flag up from Kamusi Rasmisani on the near side and near side assistant against Mabaso.
I like how Arrows is doing their business because you look, they leave Sitol on that left hand side and Ndlovu, known as Ntachi, on the right hand side.
That Mabaso, of course, playing in the PSL, he jumped from ABC Motsepe straight into the PSL, ABC Motsepe League, where he played for Midlands Wanderers, helped them to get promotion to the Motsepe Foundation Championship, but Arrows said, hang on, we'll have some of that, and now here he is playing Betway Premiership football. Lodi Lilefo looking to take on Mabaso, and there he is, the rookie, a PSL rookie.
One of the 6 players that was signed from Midland Wanderers. We saw Midland Wanderers last week winning their first game against Hungry Lions, and today the results show that they lost to Baroka 3-0. The coach there, Vincent Masente, doing great job in that area of PMB. Peter Marisburg.
They have a corner to Kaizer Chiefs as it looks like we've lost some of the floodlights. Corner taken. In the meantime, play will continue. Still enough light for you to see our pictures. Nice little flick there. Could be a chance to fire a shot in from Shabalala. Still Modi looking for something on the near post there, which the keeper had covered. Pule Modi, who hasn't scored a goal for some time. Didn't get a goal in the league at all last season, and he did have plenty of chances. Now, there could be problems here. What a save, Brandon Peterson. Moyani was caught out there, and Brandon Peterson makes a brilliant save to deny Saberos Tole.
One good, one ball behind the defense of Kaizer Chiefs, and look at the way he's tall, he keeps his eyes onto the ball. Peterson doing very well to take 2 steps and leave his line and make himself big. TT, that what helped Peterson just to make himself big and get that block, that save. That's why he hasn't considered a goal this season.
4 clean sheets in the Betway Premiership, 5 if you go back to last season, which is the most he's ever kept in a single season. Mangoba Ngati maybe that perhaps is just where you look at that and say that's how they're going to profit or how they're going to get anything from this game. Is just get a ball behind the Chiefs defense. Munyani was caught out there by that run from Sode. Shabalala has given away the ball, trying a fancy pass. Now, Ndlovu giving chase here. He's done well to keep it in play. Got Miguel for company. He comes again to Ndlovu. Puts the cross in. Away. Chiefs get it away effectively there, but it's going to come straight back at them. Keelan Phillips. Challenge sliding in there from Baseka Margo. 5 minutes to go to the break. Keelan Phillips throws one looking for Sedi Dion there. Away by Ndlovu. Spesihle. Look at how far out of his area Ngobo is, and he's taking too many touches there. Living a high-risk life there, Stolani Ngobo. Now the fans are calling for Chiefs to have a goal because the keeper was out of position. It was a long way to try and have a shot. This Moses Mabhida pitch is massive. Zeta Kwinika.
You know, GT, I understand total football where you want keepers to be involved in the play from the back. But sometimes I think Ngoba just tickles a little bit too far. I mean, if he lost the ball right there, the goals are wide open and the Chiefs player can just shoot direct. That's why we heard the fans saying that they must take a shot because he was far away from his goal.
Especially Ndlovu combining there with Modi. Lepo, beg your pardon. Modi will come back here to the left-hand side. Here he is now. Floats across in. Dupre did get a touch on it. Goal kick.
Yeah, he's at the right place at the right time, and I'm happy to see him just get a touch on it. But with his structure, we know like in yesteryear, the likes of Romario, like Imaselesel, he was a bit short, but played as a number 9. I just feel Chiefs need somebody like Ecuador to come in, also Sereno to cause a difference already with the goal this season.
Yeah, they're all up there. The Chiefs subs, 4 of them at least. We know that Nabi is not shy to make a change in the first half if he sees things are not working. He's done it before plenty of times in the past season. Well, as we approach halftime here, it's been a first half dominated by Kaizer Chiefs. Nothing to show for it, but it could be in here now. Shabalala, can it? Oh my word. That's the wrong option, I suspect. Absolutely. Because Modi was in the middle, but Modi wasn't exactly screaming for the ball, though.
TT, he probably was screaming, but with the fans here, he couldn't hear. But one thing that I say no to is that what you're doing at the back there. You know, you lose the ball earlier, already you put your team under trouble, but there it is. Just trust the ball, Shabalala. Already you're slipping and falling. Just hit it back for Pulemodu's coming or towards the 18 area where Muthetwa would be occupying that area.
And that will go down as a half a chance there for Kaizer Chiefs. The wrong option there taken by Ndu Shabalala, or you could say it's a wrong execution. Yes, Ndlovu, who's been a problem down this right-hand side. Ndlovu has been a real problem down this side, right-hand side. Ushanda Ndlovu.
Titi, look at Dion winning the ball, breaking for Ndlovu. Remember I said that formerly known as Mtanti, promoted from the DDC team, but the captain, Kwinika, he had to get that right, that tackle, or else the Tole was going to get a tap in at the back.
Indeed, the player formerly known as Sianda Mtati. Here he is now, lining up. He's a bit of a set-piece specialist as well. Takes the corners and goes for a flat one, looking there for a flick. It was Komara now, Pule Modi. As Chiefs looks ahead on the break, but he's been outnumbered there. Modi smothered there by a double-team effort on him. There's Modi tagging him. He's lucky not to get booked there. Little tug on the shirt of Stoller there.
Very unnecessary for Kule Modi. I mean, the defense is already covering him. Just come goal side and force him to play the ball backwards. But I see you very fond of Ndlovu. I can tell you, in the DDC, he was magic for Golden Arrows.
These are the previous meetings between, as you can see, Arrows have won back-to-back. And Chiefs with one win in the last 5 meetings against Arrows. Only a minimum of 1 minute to be added on here at the end of the first half. Peterson gets a firm punch on it, and he's also fouled in the process. Free kick it will be, and that will probably be that for the first half. Well, while he is down there, bit of bruising there, a bit of a bump on the side, nothing too serious. A thumbs up from him. Just quick thoughts then before the break is let's have a look at this ball floated in.
A brilliant set piece. Once again, Dion, the big man, getting his head onto the ball. Peterson brave enough to go out, and Phillips just trying to cause Peterson not to have clear hands onto the ball. One excellent thing that we've noticed in this first half is Kaizer Chiefs just narrowing the field for Golden Arrows not to have those touches and quickly getting into the defense of Golden Arrows, but not taking their chances at the right places. Golden Arrows sucking up the pressure very well and using that transition football to attack.
And that's going to be a free kick. The referee still playing more time here. We've already had the minimum 1 minute. Free kick on against Miguel. Maximum discipline will be, well, that will be it then. That's the whistle for half-time. And, well, it's a half that the Chiefs enjoyed the majority of the possession. Didn't create nearly the number of chances you would expect given the level of ball domination. They did have a couple of opportunities. Keeper Nobo was made to look good when... not that he's bad, but I'm saying that when a man fires a shot straight at you, as Dupria did when he was set